Moving on, like I just want to conclude the day's session. We started off with Kal Mein Aaj Aur Aaj Mein Kal, a session by Mr. Raghavendra Rathod, where we have talked about the lifestyle, the passion, and the opportunities which are there for young people in Rajasthan. Then we have moved to the other session where we have talked about relationship, then the MBA part, and but that is something you can actually imagine and realize the common thing which was there in all of them was the spirit of taking initiatives. They took the initiative at certain age of their life or point, and they have connected it with the entrepreneurship as well, which is there in them. Okay, so this session, I'll just give you the brief. We have two interesting entrepreneurs who took wonderful initiatives, and they have actually created an idea which is quite interesting for people to know. They've said the few examples which they share can actually make you spellbound. The examples which they share is more relates with how in a short span of time you can reach the pinnacle. Like as a startup, you've got so many difficulties. You don't have funds. You don't have a strong team to take care of. So in this session, we'll actually highlight those pointers which they have covered during their entrepreneurial journey. Okay, and the wonderful experience they had as of now. So we'll start with Mohit's presentation. He's the co-founder of Carwale.com. Mohit, over to you.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Also a small movie. It tells you about something about the cars, and then I'll tell you how Carwale started. So let's see how it runs. Do it for us, please.
In the year 1907, in America, Henry Still Ford introduced the first affordable car, the Model T. It was a carriage that did not need horses to pull it. It put on an entire generation of common men and their families on wheels. It was a triumph of the Industrial Revolution. The stuff dreams are made of. Henry Ford famously said, "You can have any color as long as it is black," and got away with it. Within 4 years, he was assembling one Model T every 90 seconds. A century later, things are a bit different. The biggest manufacturers have brought down that uptime to a mere 3 seconds. Cars roll out in every shape, size and color that is conceivable. There are one for every need.
Well, birds were made for flying, that's why they have wings. If beds weren't made for bouncing, tell me why do they have springs? I don't know. How about you? Why do they make things
The
like
choice is great. The choice is the problem.
In India, there are almost 700 different car models available for you to choose from. It's a great thing. In 1990, India had 3 cars. I believe Ambassador, Fiat and Maruti. And maybe some of you would have seen in your families those cars, right? You hardly have a choice. Today, almost 35 manufacturers produces these 300 models. It's just not a choice, it's a problem. There are more problems with the car. But before that, if Henry Ford would have asked people, what do you want? They would have probably said faster horses. Nobody would have said car. But I think he thought about car and went about doing it. So when I look at how India's car market was in 2005 when we thought about Carwale, you could actually see problems like this. You could play for, you didn't know which car to buy. You don't know whether I should buy a new car or should I buy a used car. You don't know what price you should buy a used car at. You have no idea about whether I'm getting a really good deal from my finance or insurance or from a new car dealership. We could see all of those things. And we said, is car buying has to be so complicated? Is car buying has to be something, after a spouse, house, car is probably the most expensive investment in your life. And probably this is also the thing that you spend your most time in, right? Again, spouse, house, car, you spend your most of the time in car as well. And if you come out of car buying experience not feeling great about it, there's not something we thought we should live with. And that started thinking in terms of what we can do about it. So today, the Carwale was fundamentally born. Look at this girl, I think she's pretty happy. this car wala is screen, trying to give her a car, saying that, look, we could probably help you decide a right car. We keep saying it. We could probably give you a right car, we can help you decide the car prices, we can give you expert opinion, we can give you user reviews. So that's how we started. That's the whole idea behind Carvale. The Carvale's goal is to make sure that when you go and buy your next car, we save your time, we save your money, and we save your hassles. However, it wasn't that easy, and especially, I was probably worse than what you will be 2 or 3 years from now if you start your, when you start your career. I didn't know what to do. I had no money and I had no team, and I had absolutely no clue what I actually wanted to do. So I got a US visa in 2000. Yeah, during those .com boom, I did my e-commerce and I was about to go to US H1 visa. So my wife told me that before you go to US, why don't we go to Bhopal and have to spend some 3 months as holiday. So I came to Bhopal and I went to a small village. And that village, I literally saw, it was during monsoon, I saw that villages are completely cut off from district. And people will die of a small disease like diarrhea or malaria because they could not really travel all the way to district hospital. And I said, is this how India has to be? I mean, if we fall sick, we just go to a doctor, we normally get all right in 3 or 4 days. And if somebody is dying of malaria, so we said this is not done. And I decided not to go to US. I decided that let's stay back, let's try and do something where we can connect a district hospital with a village. So that a doctor can give an advice looking at electronic transfer of your X-ray, electronic transfer of your pulse, your vital signs, etc. So that's how we started. So that's sort of a picture because television is what we started with. But ideally, after that, we have obviously no team and no money. In fact, I was telling Vinay that I was working for a small company in Bhopal just part-time, and I left with 6 people. So morning we decided we all will leave job and start telemedicine. So morning we had 6 people team, and I was the CEO of the company. And by the evening they came to me and said, you know, Mohit sir, you're the only guy who is like business guy, who can do business development, marketing, etc. And we all are developers. So why don't we start 2 companies? You start your own company, we are 6, we'll start our own company. So by the end of the day, I was all alone. And so the question was what to do next. But I think I had a big purpose, right? Our purpose was to really bring smiles to people who live in villages, people who are deprived of good health, etc. And we said, can we really do something about it? And I believe when you have a big purpose, you'll find soulmates. You'll find people. I think Sanjeev was just telling us that when you, in early days, you get along with people who believe in you, who believe in your idea. And I believed in telemedicine. So I have one of my colleagues was Arun Salam. He's a pass out from IIT Madras. And drawing a very handsome salary in those days, 2002, he was drawing something like 1 lakh rupees a month. He's one of the toppers. And I spoke to him and I said, why don't you come down to Bhopal? A lot has to be done here in this part of India. And he gave us a job and he came down to Bhopal and we were together. So I believe that when you have a good purpose, it's easy to find people. And Arun Salam joined back at no salary. All I used to pay him was 800 rupees for his food in a hotel and another 800 for his stay. That's it. However, telemedicine never took off. The government said that you're doing telemedicine, but what about if you could not transfer the X-ray on time and doctor could not give advice? Who's responsible? Patient, doctor, or you, the guy who's connecting them and failed on his job? And should he not be sent to the jail in case somebody dies? Telemedicine never took off actually. There were no legal rules around it and we could never do it. I met health minister, I met principal secretary health, I met everybody in Bhopal. It never worked actually. So for 3 years, I tried doing so many things. I sold school software, I created a school software. If you walk into my office in those days, you say, I'm using an Excel sheet and I'm using so-and-so, I was about to give you a software. I will jump on it and say, okay, I'll create a software for you. We did everything. Land record, paperless offices, MLM software, all kinds of software. And all I did was literally failing. But everything literally, you see those dark clouds? This is how it was. And I was tired of it in 2005. 2005, I said, let's go and figure out, let's go back to Bombay. But however, we really survived. You know why? Because we were having a great time. I remember those eat outs when I will go along with my whole team. We were 8 of us. We'll go out almost every day. You saw the Tapri out here, something like that basically. And it was a great time we had. We will go out to see movies together, we spend time together. We had lots of time because business was not great. So I think with good people around, you really survive. You can spend, while the opportunity comes, knocking on your door, you can really wait for it. I think what you talked about, Sanjeev sir, persistent, we really had that. So almost 3 years we survived. 2005, I told my team, I'm going back to Bombay for 2 months. If I don't figure out what we're going to do in 2 months, we'll close down. So I came to Bombay in February and just to explore. When I started from Bhopal, I didn't even know where to stay. And I had literally no money. So while on the way, I had a mobile and I was calling up people figuring out where I can stay. So I called up 10 friends. One of the guys said that, oh yeah, my wife has gone back to her parents. Why don't you come and stay with me? So I figured out on my way that where I'm going to stay. And I had no clue where I'm going to go. But I met a dealership in March, a used car dealer. He said that I had just given an order for my new website to another company for 18,000 rupees. So I just out of blue, I said that, okay, I'll make it for 10,000 rupees. I had no clue what the website was and what he was looking at. But just to get an order, I was desperate. I said, okay, I'll do it for 10,000 rupees. And that started, and I started spending time at dealership. I started understanding how people buy cars. I started seeing how dealership really operates. And I saw it as a big opportunity. And there's so many small dealerships, they're unorganized. The business is not optimized. They don't know anything about software. They're not using internet. And people are buying cars with lots of friction, as I just told you that. So, and by June, we had created a software. We started selling it to multiple places. I remember June, July is a monsoon period in Bombay. So when I was selling the software, I used to go. My card used to read CEO. I used to go and sell the software. Then I say, you know, after you agree on a contract, somebody would we'll take your requirement and specification. Then we'll give you a document that what the software would be like. And we'll code it. So somebody will come and give you a training. And all of those things were done by me. They used to say, are you really got a team anywhere? Or you're the only guy who comes, sell a software, then go at the night, code the software, the next day come and give us a training. So they really were it, because we never had an office in Bombay. The team was all in Bhopal. And I also gave a big opportunity. SDFC Bank was about to give us a software for 10 lakh rupees, and I decided not to do it simply because we thought this is what we want to do. And maybe when we create a good software, we can sell it to thousands of dealerships across the country. So we started doing that. July, July, I met my ex-boss in Bombay. He said, Mohit, your problem in life is you're not very focused. You want to do everything. You're so desperate, you want to do everything. And I'm really desperate, guy. I'm like, if I decided to do something, I would not really wait for too long. I got married to a girl whom I really loved for 5-6 years. And when I got married, I had probably 2,000 rupees in my pocket. And when I got married, against everyone visited my family and I landed in Bombay, I had 200 rupees. So what I did is I bought her a lower and a t-shirt, 150 from Fashion Street, if you know Bombay. 50 rupees was too big for the cab guy. I had no clue where I'm going to go stay, how it's going to be. But I knew I have friends. Somebody will give me a shelter. My brother was there in Bombay, but he said, if Mummy Papa is not ready, you are not coming back to home. I said, okay. So, but I believe that, and so her name is Priya, and she is the head of HR for Carvalho for the last few years now. So, July, he told me, you're not focused, and you're out of your desperation, you're going to do everything. You're going to do so many software. And August, I really told myself, sitting in a double-decker bus in Bombay, that I'm going to get focused. I'll do only one thing in my life, and that's going to be cars. I guess we decided to focus on automotive. October 2005, Carvalho was launched. So I believe that was one of the fundamental decisions that let's do one thing what we could really be good at. And we really sacrificed lots of opportunities because of that. So what I remember from early days is, it's all in hindsight actually, when you think about it, that all those guys who we worked with were not very great actually. They were not really extraordinary. In fact, Carvalho's story is a story of very ordinary people who have been together for a very long time. All those 8 guys still are together since 2002 till date. We all have grown our life. We play a very important role in the company. But we have been just together for all these years. And 2 of my co-founders are my juniors from Saniga School. So I know them from 1991. One of the guys is an MBA batchmate. And I think Sanjay sir was telling that you should work with people. Look at your network. You've got to start with the people whom you know. And I remember they stayed together with us not because they were the most competent people, but because they were most committed people. So just a picture to say that. And think about his commitment. It says basically, Priya 2002, she allowed us to do whatever we wanted to do. She was paying all the house bills while we were trying to figure out what to do. Gaurav, he did a B computer at that time, and my agreement with him was that whenever I have money, I'll pay you. And every month when I used to get something, I used to pay him. Arun, I told you that he's an IIT Madras. Graduated and he was working with Veritas before he joined us. Tufal is a B from Aligarh, he did an MBA. Again, absolutely no salary for all of them. Raji who joined us as a trainee. Today he heads my technology. And Banwari is the guy who we called online god of Carvalho. He's actually agility personified, he's commitment personified. I think they sacrificed significantly for us. So all of us really stayed for so long. Look at this chart, we offer people used car prices. We offer people at what price you should buy your car. When you sell a car, what price you should sell it to a dealership. We offer people used car listing, which is next over here. We offer people new car research, and we give people new car prices. So instead of getting walking to a dealership to get an on-road price code, you can just go to Carvalho, and for almost 300 cities, all the car models available in country, you can get a price, on-road price. All this has grown multiple times. This is 45 times since since we started in 2006 to 2010, 14 times, 20 times. And when I went about raising money, I actually thought this is going to work. And my VC thought, this is going to work in this place. But ultimately, you know, what really worked was this C. This was really working. So my point is, you start with something, but you stay agile, you stay a little more flexible. And all those business model mistakes are really allowed in early days. Nobody knows you. You can make a mistake. You can put a website in 2 months with some bugs. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, do you really start very early? Do you really start as quickly as you can, so that you can go out and get a feedback from the users who are going to really use it. So these mistakes are allowed. But oh yeah, look at this picture. And all this was great. The company was growing. We were funded. They said funded by US investors, Indian investors. So we got funded in 2006. Again, we got funded in 2008 by $7 million. So it was a pretty good amount at that point of time for an internet company. And you know, we were doing so well that we started, and we have been very experimental in general. Naturally, I'm desperate. So if I decide something, I'll do it. I decided to sell cars offline. And I literally got a place of something like 12,000 square feet in Bombay, in a good place, and I put 400 cars. This is not a picture of that place, but it's something similar. And all those cars were parked over there, and we listed those cars online for people to come and we auctioned those cars. People can come and bid for those cars. People bid for those cars, and they paid a higher price, 10%, 20% more than what they would have traditionally paid. But it flopped big time because they're all banks' cars, and bank failed to give us document for 2 months and 3 months. So after I sold the car, I could not give you document. And that's such a big thing. You know, one of the mirrors, I lost almost 2.5 crore rupees in this in 6 months. One big initiative really failed. 2 of the events, which was like raising money, took so long. So look at this. I got a term sheet in January, and money came in the bank in October. I got another term sheet sometime, and the company got acquired last year. We discussed in January, and the company got sold in December. It took so long. And by that, in those 12 months, market changes, everything changes. But what I learned out of this is that you can't really stay optimistic about a co-founder. You can't really stay optimistic about a client or a new launch. What you stay optimistic about is that you'll do something at the end. You stay optimistic about the big picture. You stay optimistic about it, you'll figure out a way to do it. You don't say, by Deepavali, I'm going to be 1 crore rich, right? Because Deepavali will come and you will not be. And then you say, by New Year I'll be this, and New Year will come and you will not be. So the point is, ultimately you will be. So the whole idea is, it's not about a specific event, it's not about a specific hire, it's not specific about client or launch. It's all about, if you stay optimistic overall, in the long run, it ultimately comes in. And I think when you hear Venki talking about Goli Badappa, you will see literally how universe help you do things which you wanted to do. Shah Rukh Khan ka dialogue is actually right? Puri kainat koshish mein lag jati hai. So I think we really saw it so relevant. And we can just play this. While all these problems were there, we had a great time at Carvalho. We had really good fun. Could you play that? I think it's a movie, if you can play that. Or maybe you can go to folder and there's a movie too, you can just play that. Yeah, movie 2. Just to give you a sense of what happened at Carvalho. We took Nano across the country. These are all real pictures that we do on weekends. So all these are vintage cars which we have taken out and keep it for people to see. They get a feel of what cars are. I think, sorry. So I think all these years, 4 or 5 years, the best thing is we really love, we have been with friends and we really love what we did. When I started Carvalho, I didn't know how to drive. Today I get a chance to drive almost every car, right? Be it Audis, Merc and Bentleys. They all come for road tests and reviews, etc. So I think we had a great time. We really had a choice to create the offers of the way we want to. Carvalho probably works in a, we have no leave policy, for example. You can take as many leaves as you want. We had people are allowed to play after 6:30 for as long as they want to. And there's so many things like that. And you have a right to create the culture you want to. I remember the company started in Bhopal, and in Bhopal, you know, everybody used to play volleyball from 5 to 7, including all my girls staff, the peon in the office, everyone used to play volleyball. When I said let's go back to Bombay and we'll put up office in Bombay, everybody objected, saying that no, we can't give up Bhopal because Bombays are bad, congested, local are pathetic, somebody will fall down, we can die, parents will not allow us to go, and by the way, we'll not have volleyball over there. And literally promised them everything. We took up the office in Bombay, little suburb, Vashi, it's no longer a suburb, it's a great place. And we made sure that everyone is still very close by. We made sure that we had a volleyball court somewhere nearby, because we can go and still have those fun. So when you do something of your own, you really have a choice to create a culture. It's a way of life. It's just, every Monday you don't feel like, oh, it's Monday again, should I go to office? It's just a part of life. You live it 24 hours. And so, just to give you a snapshot of the story, 2005 Carnival is launched. 2006 we got seed funding. 2007 we were breaking even actually. And 2008 CVZ funding from Sierra Ventures. 2010 we got acquired. And this June, it's recently June 2011, we have served more than 3 crore Indians. I think for us a big celebration for Carnival is saying that 3 crore Indians, 3 crore Indians have been served. I think we realize a great satisfaction in doing it simply because we've been together, we had a great time, and we have been successful, at least in some manner, in terms of creating a new category, creating in some return for the investor who put the money in Carnival. Everybody who gave money in Carnival has made tons. Somebody gave me 2 lakh rupees and he made 4 crores. So I derived great satisfaction in looking up to them, thinking we delivered you so much of value. So, and I believe India is a great market to be in. I think I'm lucky to be in India. We got 35 manufacturers. By 2020, we'll have at least 50 manufacturers. It could be more than that. And these manufacturers will sell cars worth $70 billion. It's a huge market, right? Today the market is almost $30 billion. But India, you will still have only 3 cars per 100 people. Compare it with Australia. Australia got 2 cars for every 1 person. US got 1 car for every 1 person. And India will still have 3 cars per every 100 people. But it's a good thing because I can keep selling more cars. And for more years to come, there is more penetration required. And these are the companies' names which are very prominent in the world today. Auto Trader, BitAuto, Carface, China. But given the market, given the opportunity, I believe probably we are going to give you one of the top 5 largest online auto companies from India. And I think that's a great opportunity to be in. And hopefully, I'll be talking to once again 2018, 2020, telling you we are one of the top 5 auto companies. Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
So Mohit, I just want to conclude your presentation with it's something which you were genuine since beginning with the people you were with, or the team with which you played the volleyball at Bhopal, then you shifted to Mumbai on the providing the condition that the moment we'll have the court, then I'll only shift. So it's something which is quite nice, and we just look forward for the Q&A with the audience as well. I will conclude. I just request to Venki to share his presentation.